Hey guys, I know it's been a while since we got any updates in Dead Rails, and honestly, I don't expect any surprise updates to pop up anytime soon. At least not surprise updates. That's just my take on it, because as of now, we haven't heard anything solid about what might be coming in the next update. There hasn't been a single leak, and there's no set date for anything. But here's the thing. There are rumors that the update will drop in August, so we might have to wait a week or two before we get any real news. I'm curious to see if the player count in Dead Rails drops during this time of waiting, but I really want to hear your thoughts on all of this. Do you think the game will lose players while we wait for the next update? But here's the thing. You clicked on this video, so I know that you still have hope for Dead Rails. You're still holding on and looking forward to the game improving, and you know what? That's exactly why I'm here today. I'm doing what I do best, bringing you some fresh, new ideas and concepts that might inspire the devs. Who knows? Maybe some of these will actually make it into the game. A lot of them come from the official Dead Rails Discord, where the devs have been known to pull ideas from time to time, so these aren't just random thoughts. Some of them could become a reality. Not all of them, but hey, you never know. Before we get into all the details, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a like if you're enjoying the content. It really helps out, and I appreciate it a lot. Alright, let's dive in. Now, let's start with something you probably saw in the thumbnail. Akimbo, or dual pistols. It's a simple idea, but it could totally change the way we play. You would have two pistols, one in each hand, dealing double the damage. It would work with any weapon that's classified as a pistol, like the sawed-off shotgun, a revolver, and more. You'd be able to dish out a lot more damage, which could be especially useful in the late game when everyone is running around with turrets, rifles, and even the Excalibur. I think it would be a good way to keep pistols relevant and give players more options for late-game combat. Plus, it just sounds like a lot of fun. Next up, I've got something a bit darker. The Underground City. This would be a secret hidden area under the map, a ruined city beneath the surface. It's dark, narrow, and filled with monsters. You'll find every type of zombie down there, except for bosses, of course. There would be more loot, more bonds, and more banks. You'd also come across a new mini-boss, the Underground Zombie. This zombie would have a bit of an ancient look to it, kind of like a human who's been down there for years. It'd have the same damage output as a Tesla, but lower health because, well, it's a zombie that's been living underground for ages. If you beat it, you'd get a cool passive ability that lets you see in the dark. Kind of like night vision. I think that would add a whole new layer to the game, don't you? Moving on to something from the Discord, brought to us by Elysium. He's been around for a while, and he came up with a concept I absolutely love. UFOs. The way it works is simple. UFOs have a 3% chance to appear any night, only one per game. If it appears, you'd need to shoot it down to make it land. But here's the twist. The UFO disappears during the day, so if you don't shoot it down at night, it's gone. When you shoot it down, 5 to 10 aliens will spawn to attack you. These aliens would have 300 horsepower, and they'd drop a special alien gun that you can sell for $75. Speaking of the alien gun, this thing would be pretty powerful. It shoots a laser beam that passes through enemies and burns them. It does the same damage as the electrocutioner, but with the added bonus of burning enemies. You can sell it for 175% of its original value, which is a pretty sweet deal. You'll also get alien blood when you kill the aliens, which you can sell for $50 per full bottle. And that's not all, there's a force field potion. You mix alien blood with unicorn blood to create a big, bulletproof shield that lasts for 30 seconds. That's a pretty cool combo, right? It would definitely make for some interesting gameplay. Now let's talk about the Monolith. This would be a new structure that appears every 20 kilometers. It would glow when a UFO is about to show up that night, giving you a little heads up. It's not just there for show, though. It's going to tie into the Nightmare Mode updates. Speaking of Nightmare Mode, let's talk about some new zombie types that could make it way more challenging. There are zombies that can revive once, some that feed off other zombies to heal, and some that spawn more zombies when they die. There's even a merchant zombie who looks like a banker but with a white hat. This guy gives nearby zombies a revolver every 20 seconds. These changes would make Nightmare Mode a lot more intense, and I think it'd keep players on their toes. Now let's dive into the concept of mastery classes, a system that would allow each class to unlock a special mastery upgrade after completing a series of hidden quests. The idea here is that once you finish these challenges, your class becomes significantly stronger, gaining new stats, abilities, and passive skills. This would add a real sense of progression and reward for players who put in the work. So let's go over a few ideas I've come up with. For the Survivalist, the concept revolves around becoming stronger through pain. To unlock this class upgrade, you'd need to kill 1,000 zombies and take 2,500 damage. It might sound brutal, but as you push through, you'd also need to take down 5 Teslas using only a rifle. Once you complete this challenge, you'd unlock an ability that gives you extra damage when you're injured, and also a 10% chance to one-shot enemies using melee weapons. Imagine the power boost when you're on the brink of death. This would make the Survivalist a formidable opponent when things get tough. Next up, we've got the High Roller class. This one's all about making money, and let's just say you'd have to live a bit dangerously to unlock it. To start, you'd need to spend $3,500 at any shop. That's a lot of cash, but it shows your commitment. Then you'd need to die by lightning 5 times, which sounds crazy, but hey, the High Roller lives on the edge. And to top it off, you'd need to loot 1,500 items to prove that you're always on the grind. Once you've completed this, the High Roller gets an ability that doubles the amount of money you earn from money bags, though there's a catch. You'd also get a 12 times higher chance of being struck by lightning. It's all about high risk, high reward. Lastly, we've got the Alamo, a class focused on defense and fortifying your position. To unlock this one, you'd need to weld 1,500 sheets of metal or barbed wire. That's a lot of work, but it makes sense if you're aiming to become a fortress. On top of that, you'd need to kill 150 zombies using barbed wire and block 250 shots from outlaws. Once you've completed these quests, you'd unlock an ability that gives you a massive boost to your defense, starting with 5 times metal sheets, 5 times barbed wire, a helmet, and a chest plate. This would make you a literal tank, ready to fortify any position and withstand any attack. Now moving on from mastery classes, let's talk about some quality of life changes that could make a huge difference in gameplay. First, imagine if we had flashlights that were brighter than the train light. These would be able to slow down fast zombies when you shine them on them, giving you a real advantage in dark areas. The catch? You'd need to craft batteries for them in the lab, which would add a layer of resource management to the game. It's a simple addition, but one that would change how we approach nighttime or underground scenarios. Next up, imagine a flashing train that emits an intense beam of light. It would blind zombies and cause them to take damage. Fast zombies and walkers would be affected by the light, while the tougher armored ones like the ironclad zombie or sheriff zombies would wear sunglasses to protect themselves from the effects. This would add an interesting dynamic to train mechanics, making you think about how to use the environment to your advantage. And that brings us to the sunglasses. This wearable item would grant immunity to the flashing train's light effects, which would be perfect for those who need to navigate the train's intense light. They'd also protect you from sun damage if you're using a vampire class, which would be a nice little bonus. It's these small tweaks that would make a big difference in gameplay, allowing for more creative strategies and giving players more options. And that's a wrap for today's concept rundown. What do you think about these ideas? Which one would you like to see the most in the game? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want more Dead Rails content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.